Good morning, besties. Welcome to a beautiful, lovely day. I am about to do a little hair refresh. I feel like mainly the only reason why I refresh my hair now is because of my bangs. Before, I used to not really refresh my hair, but if I don't refresh my hair, then my bangs look crazy, and I could just do my bangs, but then if my bangs look curly and then my hair looks frizzy, I feel like it doesn't match. So it just kind of forces me to fix the rest of my hair, which is a good thing because I feel like it makes me look a little bit more put together and also feel more put together and just more productive, more ready for the day. Remember when I told you guys that I was scared to get bangs because everyone would always talk bad about bangs, like how they're such a hassle, you have to always constantly like keep up with them, you always have to style them. And honestly, bangs have been the best decision of my life. Like, I do not want to go back. I like that they frame my face, I like how my bangs look, and I feel like they boosted my confidence. I feel like they feel more like me, and they're honestly not that much of a hassle, especially maybe because I have curly hair. I guess that's a bonus of having curly hair. Normally I have a love-hate relationship with my hair, but I'm learning to love my natural curly hair and how it makes my bangs look done. Like, all I have to do is just throw my bangs up in these little curlers for a couple seconds, and then they just sit nicely because they curl. But this is why I say you should always try things for yourself. If you've always wanted to try something, don't go based off of other people's opinions, or maybe take it with like a grain of salt, but try it out for yourself. Find out for yourself if it's for you or not. I'm in the mood to bake today. I want to make some carrot cake cookies. I've made them before, but I want to make them again today. So we're gonna go get the stuff for that. Also, I have a free coffee here on my punch card, so I'm gonna go pick that up. You know, all my hard work of buying a coffee finally paid off. I'm gonna go get a free one. Just picked up my free coffee. Okay, and just like that, we are home. I stuck to my goal. Got my coffee, walked into Target. I went straight for what I needed and I walked right back out, which I'm so proud of myself because we all know how dangerous it is to walk into Target and leisurely stroll. You end up with more than what you actually need. And also, I ended up convincing myself to not go to Marshall's or Home Goods because I was like, I've been seeing this little Snoopy bedding and I want it. And I'm like, no, you don't need it. So I got myself to come home. But I picked up the ingredients. All I really needed was unsalted butter and some cream cheese. Let me get started on the baking. While the cookie batter is in the fridge, I'm going to work on my first half-started craft, and that is my diamond painting. So I did already finish one of them, and I have started the second one that came in there. So I'm going to try my best to finish that one. I go through these moments where I'm just continuously on TikTok scrolling, and I'm like, I need to stop and do something else with my life. And so today I am just focusing on doing some crafts and watching some movies. I don't know, that feels more productive than just scrolling. At least I'm doing something creative in a sense, and I feel like that just makes me feel so much better, like I'm making better use of my time. I feel like a lot of the times when I start things, I don't want to finish them because I get this anxiety where I feel just so overwhelmed by finishing something and getting to the end and being like, now what? And I feel like if I avoid finishing something, I don't have to face that reality of saying, now what? And so I think I do that subconsciously with my crafts. Like I start them because I'm so excited to do them. I want to try something new, but then I don't want to finish it because I don't want it to end, especially if I enjoy it. If it's something fun, I don't want to get to the end. But here I am, coming back to these now because I'm showing myself that I can get these things done. I can't step away from them when they don't serve me and then come back to them when they do serve me again. I feel like that is symbolic of my going back to school, because right now, a little update on that, I decided to step away from it for this semester as well, this spring semester. The reason being that when I first decided that I want to go back to school, like I was fully set, like I was ready. Finances were looking like they were all going to be covered. I made the choice that I wanted to do IT, but then I realized I don't want to do IT. I want to go back to school, but I don't want to do IT. And so I took a step back. But then I also became aware that I actually didn't qualify for one of the scholarships that I was depending on. And the thing is that like I applied for it and I put all my information in there. I put the year I graduated, everything. Like they qualified me. I even went through and did like the financial trainings that I had to do. I did the mentor meetings that I had to do, only to find out in the end that I did not qualify for this scholarship because I had graduated years ago. And part of this scholarship requirement is to not take any time off. And so they said basically I don't qualify for it. So now I don't have that financial help. As you guys know, right now my main priority is to pay off some of my current debts. And then once I clear these debts, I can think about going back to school. That's just something that I want to do. So part of me kind of felt like, okay, I made this decision that I wanted to go back to school, and I feel like a lot of people were really excited for me that I wanted to go back to school. And a little part of me just felt like I was letting some people down in deciding to defer and then deciding to defer again. But at the end of the day, like any decision that I make only affects me. And if I decide, okay, you know, I am not in a place financially to afford going back to school out of pocket right now, and I decide I'm going to go back to school just so I don't let other people down, I'm the one that's going to be stuck with that financial bill, if that makes sense, that financial burden of going back to school. And so I decided, you know what do I want right now? I want to focus on paying off my current debts before I get myself into more debt. I don't want to do it right now because right now, my main goal is to get myself out of my current debts, because that is the main reason why I was so excited that I, you know, got a higher position at work, was because, you know, the pay was a little better and I can use that to pay off my debts that have just been building for years. And now I'm finally able to work towards those. So before I get myself into more debt, I want to pay off my current debts, and then I can reconsider going back to school, because it is something that I want to do for myself. And then another thing that was really getting or eating away at me was just the whole like timeline thing, where you just feel like the older you're getting, you're running out of time. But I just had to remind myself that there is no certain timeline, and my life does not have to look the way that other people's life looks. You know, I don't have to have my bachelor's by a certain age. Like, my life is my life, and I can take my time to do what I want to do with it without feeling pressure. And I'm going to do it when I'm ready, both financially and mentally and emotionally. When I am ready, I will go back. I feel like that is just something that really took me stepping away and acknowledging why I was feeling so down for a while, because my head was just spinning at 1,000,000 miles per hour, like trying to figure out what the right answer was for this, what my next step was with school. You know, I was already so ready to go back, but then I realized, you know what? It's not my time. It's not my time right now to go back, and that's okay. That is so okay. And I just feel like a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. That felt so good. Oh my god, that was such a deep conversation about diamond painting. Anyways, I'm gonna continue, and my cookies are done in the fridge, so I'm going to pause this and put my cookies to bake. It is currently 6:14 and I have not picked up my camera. I'm sorry. It is currently World Series time and my Dodgers have made it to the World Series. I'm so happy and excited for them. Genuinely, win or lose, I do not care. I just am so happy that they made it this far, and I know that they're going to try their absolute hardest, and that's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm excited. I'm just excited to see them play. And so right now though, everything is taking like 5 to 7 business days after the games for me to even get it done.
Put your head up! Let's go Bueller! Has the ball in his hands on 1 day of rest in a season in which he missed almost 2 years after a second Tommy John surgery.
The pitch in the 9th inning. The 2-2. Breaking pitch.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! One out! I do my kids in real life.
Boston Wells on a 3-2.
One more!
7 of 12 pitches have been the breaking ball. And that has got... The Dodgers a strike away.
Damn, I was tired of fighting every day. I'm so glad it's over. So I decided to make a little chicken Caesar salad, another thing that I recently fell in love with. However, we didn't have regular iceberg lettuce, which is usually how I prefer my salad. We just had spring mix, and so I'm just working with that. But I wanted something fresh. I even was craving ice cold water. I know, super simple, but just sometimes ice cold water hits. So just finished watching Princess Diaries. I'm gonna watch Princess Diaries 2. I don't know why, the Princess Diary movies just scream fall to me, so that's what we're gonna put on.
I now proudly present this year's Woodrow Wilson School of Public and International Affairs graduating class.
Finally finished, guys, and it turned out so cute. Honestly, it was fun to put together, but I will say it's a little frustrating because every little piece is so small and you have to build every single thing. I had to cut out the little gold piece, glue the piece of paper onto this little plank of wood. I had to cut out the frames. I had to build this lamp together. Like every single thing you build, and it's fun, but again, it's very time consuming, and the fact that it's all so little though, it's like kind of hard to work with. But it is fun though nonetheless. And one thing that I got frustrated with was this couch because I didn't have the exact measurements. I don't know, when it comes to measurements and just getting things right, I don't have the patience for it. Like I just like to throw things together. And so I threw it together, but we made do and it turned out all right. I did though decide to not do the presents because I was like, I'm done. So it did turn out pretty cute though. I enjoyed it and I'm proud of myself for finishing it. So I think I'm gonna put it right here since it's kind of giving like a book nook.